So less than 5 minutes and we're warm on the bottom. Simply hook to your hammock beaner. Pull these tight to make sure you got coverage on each end. Pull these tight. That seals your air in there, which traps the heat in there. You can pull this up more to tighten that part. Swagman roll, which would be the top blanket. And this is our cool summer night where it gets down to 55 in the mountains hammock setup. And it's very comfortable. Under blanket, top blanket, good to go. So there we go. It's that simple. This one wind under blanket. I have the synthetic one. They have a down under blanket that's going to get you into a lot deeper temperatures. This one is rated at 40 degrees. Although I've done 2 camps where one it got down to just at freezing, and the other one it was a very wet 35 degrees. Both nights I was totally fine. You just got to make sure you're trapping that heat at each end, and that's going to help big time. There's the weight on the screen for you. What a lot of people don't understand about hammock camping is you can do it down into freezing temperatures. I've seen guys who do it down to like in the teens. All right, that's not for me. Once it gets below freezing, for sure, I typically go to the ground. I'm just more comfortable that way. But everything above freezing, my preferred sleep method, if we're not being tactical, it's to be in a hammock. And the under blanket is what actually keeps you warm, because you've got all this cool air rushing along under you. You don't have that sleep mat under you. And they do have hammocks where you can put a sleep mat on, like into the hammock. Some people try to just put them on the hammock and climb in there. That's pretty tough. The problem is your mat's not going to be able to bend up and curve around you. So you're going to have a lot of cold spots. So the under blanket, it actually blocks the wind mostly. And then you're trapping your heat, your body heat under you. My favorite one for the longest time has been the DD blankets under quilt. That one is also synthetic. And this one wind one is great, man. It's a little bit lighter, but it's just as tough, and it's a little bit more modular, right? So let's check it out. You've got these shock cords, right? They're all connected via this mini, and it's a light beaner. And all you got to do is clip that on to either your hammock beaner, or you can come up to your, what we call a tree hugger. So you can clip those onto there. You got plenty of slack, right? So you're going to be able to hang this up wherever you need to. So that's it. You've got 3 shock cords that connect to the beaner, and then you've got those 2 to actually close it up to trap the heat. Theoretically, this thing is wide enough. You know, once you climb in that hammock, look at all that space. So let me try to demonstrate that real quick. We'll get our Swagman roll out of the way. I have a jungle hammock, which means it has a mesh bug net integrated. So if we are looking at a bug situation at night, I'll just flip this upside down. Then I'll connect the net to my ridge line that's going to come across with my tarp. But it looks like we'll be okay so far. So we turn it upside down to not damage our mesh. Alright, so when we climb in our hammock, I'll just show you how much you can pull this up. Alright, you don't want your under blanket like resting up against you, tight up against your body, because then you're going to deal with conduction. Alright, but we can actually wrap this up. And if it's a cool summer evening, you know, 55, 60 degrees at night, and it was 90 during the day, and we're just sweaty, and that's a massive temperature drop. If I have the clothing, I would actually be totally fine like this. All right. So, of course, when you move around, you know, your feet might stick out, but we're wearing socks and pants anyway. But as you can see, this could just be my main warming layer. And I'm actually hot laying in it now, because this is the wrong time to do that. So if you check it out, I'll I'll show you my leg holding skills. You've got these hooks right here to connect things, but there's also a snap. And I was wondering what the snap was for, but here you go. Now you actually have a cocoon. That's what I thought. I'd probably rip that off in my sleep. But it's nice to have that possibility, right? Yeah. You know, 55, 60 degree night, I'd be totally fine like this, because I do like to have a little bit of airflow, right? But yeah. What you could do is just make a simple loop with some string or cordage, put a beaner on there, and now you can just actually close that via these hooks. That would be pretty cool, because they do label this as an under blanket slash camping blanket, all right, because it is blanket size. So you guys have seen me review the Swagman roll. This is similar material. It's a little bit thicker than the Swagman roll, and it has more loft, so you can compress it down pretty good, about the size of the Swagman roll, but then you get more loft out of it, which means more warmth. So I also did a video using the Swagman roll as a hammock under blanket, and that's a great option as well. But seeing as how this one is a bit warmer than the Swagman roll, well, there you go. Now you've got a warmer blanket that's about the same size and weight and compresses up, but then you get more loft out of it, so you got more warmth. Been playing with this one for just about a year, and you saw how I hung it up. I don't care if it touches the ground. I don't baby it. You know, I've done some pretty rough trips in this, and no problems, man. I like it, and it's a great deal. The down version is a lot more pricey, but you got to remember, you're going to get a whole bunch more warmth out of that. But if you have a little bit of a smaller budget and you're cool with synthetic, and we got to remember, for us grunt, synthetic is usually the way to go. You lose a little bit of warmth, but you get more water resistance, you get more durability. And also, if I got this thing just trashed in mud and stuff, all I got to do is throw it in the washer and dryer at home. Can't do that with down. So there you go, guys. This one win under blanket, it's freaking great, man. I'm happy with it, and this is becoming a new staple of my hammock setup. See you next time. Now we take a nap.